So I really look at I love a challenge though, and I'm just so proud of every bit of it. We went through a whole roller coaster of the human experience, and I'm very proud.
I mean, honestly, the way that I get into a character is through their style. So it was more about who Lily is that was so fascinating to me, is that she's a walking, talking contradiction, yet it's perfectly harmonious for her.
It's based on a beautiful, really important book, and it's about a young woman named Lily who confronts the generational cycles in her.
Blake Lively is reportedly reaching out to Justin Baldoni, pleading to bring an end to a legal battle that has recently taken a dramatic turn following new alleged evidence. This stunning reversal sees Lively, once the instigator, now reportedly desperate to make peace, even if it means conceding on certain points. The shift is so significant that insiders suggest the tide has turned dramatically against her, leaving her reeling from the shock of recent revelations, and pushing her to reconsider everything about this high-stakes confrontation. This abrupt change of heart signals a major crossroads for the star, and it's sending shockwaves through Hollywood.
Maybe, and then I get a call from my managers and my agent, and they were both on the line, which means it's something serious. Right. Either you got the job or there's something wrong. Yeah. And they said, so you were the choice, but the network said that your eyebrows would be too distracting.
Oh, what? Oh, no.
And then they went like, so what can we do about your eyebrows?
But I was like just tracking him down, and then I finally got to read the script, and the script was a thriller. So that was a little confusing to me because he's like such a funny director. Yeah. And so I said, what is this? Because the script is definitely like a twisting, turning, intense thriller. Is it a comedy or a thriller? And he said, yes. So then every day on set, I was like, it's.
Sources close to Lively suggest that new evidence has painted her in a more complicated light, leaving her to reassess the entire fight. She's now reportedly facing a tough reality, where previously held assumptions about her case have been challenged by undeniable details emerging from the legal proceedings. This shift isn't just about strategy, it's a profound reevaluation of her position and the potential consequences. The pressure is mounting, and it's clear her initial confidence has been severely shaken by these unexpected developments, changing the entire dynamic of the dispute. Lively, long known for meticulously guarding her private life, is now hoping to put the entire ordeal behind her. Reports indicate she has been actively reaching out to Baldoni, seeking an amicable resolution to the proceedings rather than continuing a public battle. The desire for closure and privacy seems to override her previous stance, driven by the intense scrutiny and the personal toll the lawsuit has taken. This move underscores a deep need to retreat from the spotlight that this legal drama has relentlessly shone upon her life. Friends and associates suggest that although she's never been one to shy away from confrontation, the pressure of this lawsuit is beginning to weigh heavily on her. The new evidence, whatever its specific entailments, is reportedly prompting a major shift in her approach, moving from offense to a defensive posture. This relentless media attention and the ongoing tension are now visibly affecting her personal life, making an exit strategy her top priority. The fight has clearly become too costly on a personal level. Insiders add that the case has taken a significant toll on her mental well-being, with the constant legal battles and relentless public speculation leaving her utterly drained. The emotional strain is evident, pushing her to a breaking point where peace of mind is paramount. This deep exhaustion is a powerful motivator, influencing her decision to pursue a settlement aggressively. It's a stark reminder that even for the most resilient stars, a prolonged legal battle can have devastating personal consequences beyond the courtroom. Now she's allegedly trying to find a way to make peace, even if it means conceding on certain points that were previously non-negotiable. This concession, a remarkable turn for someone known for their assertiveness, highlights the severity of her current predicament and the overwhelming desire to escape the conflict. It's a strategic retreat, valuing resolution over absolute victory, a sign that the stakes have become too high to continue fighting without compromise, profoundly impacting her strategy. Behind the headlines, whisperings suggest a deeper, more personal connection between Lively and Baldoni than previously understood, complicating the legal narrative. This underlying dynamic, if true, adds a layer of complexity that goes beyond mere legalities, potentially influencing both parties' decisions. Such a revelation could explain the intensity of the dispute and the unexpected turns it has taken, suggesting that personal history might be intertwined with the legal battle in ways the public hasn't grasped. Some sources imply that Lively's sudden change of heart may also be significantly influenced by pressure from her inner circle. Her closest confidantes are reportedly encouraging her to end the public drama for the sake of her peace of mind and long-term well-being. This external push from trusted advisors underscores the magnitude of the personal toll the lawsuit has taken, emphasizing that her support system believes an exit is the best path forward, regardless of the legal outcome. The recently uncovered evidence is said to have dramatically altered the context of the entire case, shedding new and unflattering light on Baldoni's role in the initial events. This reframing of the facts has undoubtedly changed Lively's perception of her own claims, forcing a re-evaluation. The revelations are so significant that they've made the situation far more complex and legally challenging than she could have ever anticipated, shifting the burden of proof and public perception considerably. The shock value of these revelations appears to be the primary catalyst for her reconsideration, shaking her belief in a straightforward victory. What was once perceived as a clear-cut case against Baldoni has now become muddled with unforeseen complexities and unfavorable details. This abrupt realization of the legal and personal stakes being far higher and intertwined than initially thought has brought Blake Lively to a critical crossroads, demanding a swift decision on her future course of action. However, there's a dramatic twist. Insiders claim that Baldoni isn't nearly as ready to back down as Lively would desperately hope. He is allegedly determined to see the case through to the very end, whether to fiercely defend his reputation or for other reasons that have not yet been fully disclosed. While Lively may be seeking an urgent ceasefire, Baldoni is reportedly sticking firmly to his guns, signaling that a quick resolution might be far more complicated than she anticipates or desires. Justin Baldoni's escalating legal campaign has now made it unequivocally clear that both lawsuits will be scrutinized together in one massive, unavoidable showdown. This consolidated legal battle leaves Blake little room to maneuver or change course without facing intensified scrutiny on all fronts. His aggressive stance dictates the pace and scope of the conflict, demonstrating a firm refusal to yield, thereby increasing the stakes dramatically for both parties involved in this protracted legal saga. Public sentiment appears to be significantly shifting in Justin's favor, especially as Brian Fredman, his legal counsel, continues to meticulously release evidence that seems to directly contradict Blake's initial claims. This steady drip of counter-evidence is chipping away at Lively's credibility and bolstering Baldoni's public image. The court of public opinion is a powerful force, and its current leanings suggest an uphill battle for Blake as the narrative continues to evolve against her. Meanwhile, Justin's fanbase, along with curious onlookers drawn to the high-profile courtroom drama, is increasingly captivated by the growing pile of evidence being tantalizingly teased on Fredman's new website. This strategic public relations move keeps the momentum on Baldoni's side, drawing more eyes to his narrative and away from Lively's. The website serves as a powerful tool in shaping public perception, creating a compelling narrative that constantly reinforces Baldoni's position. Amidst all the chaos and escalating legal tension, Ryan Reynolds has remained conspicuously silent, refusing to comment publicly on the lawsuit. His silence, a stark departure from his usual public support, has only fueled intense speculation about where his loyalties truly lie and whether he might ultimately intervene. Rumors suggest he could be negotiating a settlement behind the scenes to protect Blake from the worst-case scenario and their shared public image. There are serious concerns that if the trial doesn't go in Blake's favor, the financial fallout could severely threaten their combined fortune, a prospect that looms large over their carefully built empire. Both Blake and Ryan have cultivated public personas built on humor, charm, and philanthropy. These traits now feel worlds apart from the messy legal drama, and the stakes are higher than ever, as their curated images risk crumbling under the weight of a prolonged, ugly public trial. Adding to the immense pressure is a growing concern about the long-term effects on Blake's professional reputation within Hollywood. The industry is notoriously cautious when it comes to working with stars embroiled in serious legal disputes. Executives may hesitate to cast her in future projects, and the public's interest in her brand of entertainment could significantly diminish as media coverage continues to relentlessly focus on the lawsuit, casting a long shadow over her career. If Fredman can indeed back up his bold claims and deliver a truly airtight case, the fallout for Blake Lively could be catastrophic, both financially and professionally. Every piece of evidence that strikes a chord with the public or convinces industry insiders that her lawsuit was less about justice and more about manipulating public opinion would weaken her position dramatically. The potential for irreversible damage to her career and legacy hangs heavy in the air. Despite Baldoni and Fredman's current momentum, trials are notoriously unpredictable. Even with a string of early wins, there's no guarantee Fredman will walk away victorious once the full trial begins. Judges and juries can interpret evidence in unforeseen ways or view events from entirely different angles. A few pretrial victories can sometimes breed overconfidence, and in high-stakes legal showdowns, overconfidence can indeed backfire spectacularly, leaving outcomes uncertain. Legal experts who have witnessed cases of this magnitude warn that nothing is ever truly set in stone until the final verdict is rendered. That said, for now, it appears Justin Baldoni and Brian Fredman are riding a significant wave of momentum, a crucial factor in such a high-profile dispute. Momentum can shape negotiations, sway public opinion, and even influence how a jury perceives the entire case, making their current position a powerful asset in this escalating conflict. Blake is undoubtedly facing a major uphill battle. Multiple attempts to shut down Fredman's aggressive tactics have been rejected by the judge, and her efforts to secure a more favorable position for her deposition have also failed. This leaves her in a tough spot, as she's now set to be questioned by Fredman without any ability to handpick her interrogator, a significant disadvantage that strips away a layer of control she likely sought to maintain during the proceedings. Justin, on the other hand, is firmly in the driver's seat. Not only has he secured his undeniable right to speak publicly, but he's also prepared to strategically use every platform available to present his side of the story, controlling the narrative. This serves as a stark reminder that when a celebrity feud lands in court and spills into the public eye, control over the narrative can dramatically slip away, often spiraling in ways no one can predict, to one party's advantage. The central question now looms larger than ever. Will either party seek a peaceful resolution before this conflict escalates into a full-blown trial, permanently altering not only their careers but also their personal lives? Or will the tension ignite into a high-stakes showdown with a trial date set for March 2026, promising a suspense-filled roller coaster with unpredictable twists? The months ahead will reveal whether cooler heads prevail, or if this explosive dispute reshapes the futures of Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni forever. The entire entertainment world holds its breath,